Hello and welcome to Retrospection, the podcast where we take an old movie or TV show and decide if it deserves to swing through the city with the wind in its mask, or should it be webbed to a dumpster, courtesy of your friendly neighbourhood podcasters. My name's Paul, and are you on drugs?
Not today. Oh, no. And my name's James, and do you believe in mind control?
Do I look like I'm mind controlled?
We live in this house, so...
Well, technically, you get me to do whatever you want. So, you know, I cook, I clean, fetch things for you. So that's a form of mind control, isn't it, I guess?
No, because you could say no.
And suffer that withering look that you give me? I don't think so. On this episode, we're taking a look at the amazing Spider-Man TV series that ran for 2 short seasons between 1977 and 1979.
Mm-hmm.
IMDb says, with the powers given by the bite of a radioactive spider, a young man fights crime as a wall-crawling superhero. Yep, they're getting good at this, aren't they? Yeah. It's only taken, how many years? 20 years for IMDb to get rid of this? The pilot stars Nicholas Hammond as Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Or should that be Spider-Man, a.k.a. Peter Parker? Come on, comic boy, tell me.
No, it would be Spider-Man, a.k.a. Peter Parker.
Why?
Well, actually, no, because Peter is the original.
The original?
Well, as in, he is mainly Peter, but
Yeah.
then he dresses up as Spider-Man.
Okay, alright.
Also, why didn't you put the hyphen?
Oh my god, you're going to nitpick my notes now. Colin, are you coming back soon, please? Come out, yeah, if you're listening. David White as J. Jonah Jameson. I say David White because he's the J. Jonah in the pilot movie, which is what we're talking about. He gets recast later, but we'll get to that. Chip Fields as Rita Conway. Michael Pataki as Captain Barbera. Mm-hmm. And this pilot episode that we'll be covering also features Lisa Elbacker as Judy Tyler, who would later star in Beverly Hills Cop. Mm. And Thea David as Edward Byron, the villain of the story. Mm-hmm. We say he's a villain. We'll talk about him, won't we? Yeah. This show, they tried to ground it in reality, which it always amuses me when filmmakers talk about that, because it's a show essentially about a guy who dresses in a red and blue suit and crawls on walls.
Well, yeah. I mean, they did the same thing with the Incredible Hulk show.
Yeah,
at the same time. Which
is about a guy turning into a big green rage monster, ground it in reality.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, good luck with that. And to keep costs down, the producers decided not to include any of Spidey's comic book rogues gallery, but instead have him face off against quote-unquote real-life style criminals. That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Well...
Lots of ninjas as well.
Yeah.
There's always ninjas. 70s.
It was the 70s.
Yeah, they like to ninja, don't they?
I mean, it's not, far-fetched to say that Spider-Man would fight normal criminals, because I mean he does that all the time.
Yeah, he's always stealing back purses from muggers, isn't he? And things like that.
Even some of his rogues gallery. I mean, look at people like Tombstone. Who...
He's a mobster, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Hammerhead, people like that.
Beg your pardon. Stanley was very vocal in his dislike of this show, feeling that the tone was too juvenile and that the character was being treated as a cardboard character. I don't agree with that. Do you? No, I think Nicholas Hammond's Peter Parker is actually pretty good.
Yeah, there's nothing cardboard about him. He's
made
out of flesh and bone.
You're being literal. Wow, okay. Hammond was cast after producers saw him in a play in LA. He was enthusiastic about the role, so long as it didn't become a parody in the same vein as the 60s Batman series, which I can understand, because there wasn't a lot of previous live-action superhero stuff to draw on. There was the 40s serials of Superman and Batman and Shazam and things like that. But on TV, I suppose the big one would have been Batman, which is a comedy.
Well, it's a kid's show.
It's a kid. Well, I don't know. I think it works on different levels, Batman, doesn't it? It works as a kid's show, but also the grown-ups get the jokes. You know?
Yeah.
When I was a kid watching 60s Batman TV show, I took it 100% seriously. It was Batman, you know. And the Hulk TV show, as you mentioned before.
Yes.
Each episode was shot in 7 days, with first and second units filming the Peter Parker and Spidey sequences at the same time. So while one was shooting Peter Parker, another unit was off shooting the Spider-Man stuff, the stunt stuff, and things like that.
I was going to say, because how would you shoot the normal Spider-Man stuff, because that is Nicholas Hammond in the suit.
I think they're talking more of the
Wall
actual
crawling.
crawling up
Yeah,
walls,
yeah.
which we'll talk about that when we get to it in the
Yes.
thing. But it takes some guts to do some of these stunts in this show, I think.
Maybe not the chroma key, but
Not the chroma key, no. While in the comics, Peter Parker is a high school student. For the show, he was advanced to be a grad student instead, which doesn't bother me.
no,
They aged him up a little bit.
yeah, which is fair enough, because most of the time in the comics he's in college, so
Yeah.
especially in the 70s he was in college.
And even though Nicholas Hammond's quite young and that, he still feels a little bit older, doesn't he? So yeah, it works. Oddly, there's no mention of Uncle Ben at all in this show.
Yeah, which I think kind of takes away sort of the motivation for Peter to become Spider-Man.
With great power comes great
Responsibility.
I thought you were going to say cheese. The pilot had a theatrical run in Europe, which I remember going to see. I do believe that it was I'm pretty sure I saw it on a double bill with a movie called Cactus Jack.
That sounds like a cracking show, that.
It was a western, a comedy western. Think live action Looney Tunes.
God.
With Kirk Douglas as this cowboy guy, and I remember there's a gag in it where he's trying to get this other guy who's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger in his first sort of
Alright.
big role, and he paints a big black circle onto a mountain so it looks like a tunnel.
So basically what they do at Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, but then when the Arnold Schwarzenegger comes to ride through it, he actually rides through it. So he thinks, what's going on? So he tries to ride through it and goes splat against the side of it. That kind of joke,
Right, okay.
Which I thought was hilarious back when I was probably 6
I'm
years
sure
old.
you did. You probably still do.
Now, I bet you didn't know this. This series takes place on Earth 730911, apparently.
I'm pretty sure they just
Stick to your
use a roulette wheel for calling these Earths.
I would imagine it's got some context to it, but
Probably.
you know.
At least DC were more.
Cool. Hey, come on, they've got Batman.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean more concise with their calling of Earths. I mean, you got what, Earth 1 and Earth 2 and Earth 3 and
You're going to do them all? Earth 4, Earth 5.
Earth 100.
Yeah, keep going. This is the Welcome to the Earth podcast,
Yeah.
where we're just going to name off all the Earths. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
David White, who plays J. Jonah Jameson in this pilot movie, was unavailable for the series, and the role was taken over by Robert F. Simon,
Right.
who I prefer the guy in the movie, actually.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've only seen this
Yeah,
one.
but I think I prefer the guy in the movie. Oddly, this show has never had a DVD or Blu-ray release, and it's desperate for one, I think.
Yeah.
If they brought this out as a box set, I would definitely buy it.
Or just this pilot.
Yeah, the movie. Bring it out as a Blu-ray movie.
Yeah.
Because I know I've got a Blu-ray of the Battlestar Galactica movie, which was basically the pilot with added footage edited together as a movie, which was released on the cinema, and I went to see it.
Was speaking of added footage, did the version of this that we watched have any?
I'm not sure. I can't. You'd have to sit down and compare the two, and it's been a long time since I've seen.
It's probably very minute.
Yeah, maybe it was cut slightly differently. I don't know. The series was a co-production between CBS, Marvel Comics, and Universal, so it was quite a big deal, really.
This was long before the days of Sony.
Long before the days of Sony, and long before anything that you know as Marvel today, live action.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I've seen a lot of the 90s.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what we have now.
Yeah.
It's very different. Only one stunt was performed featuring Spidey swinging between the buildings, with the shot being reused throughout the series. And it is that shot that's in this movie.
Well, they reuse it in this. They
Twice,
They just take away the little wave that he does the first time.
But he doesn't do any other swinging in the show apart from that one shot.
And it is just a guy
swinging from one building to another. Balls of steel, Spider-Man, balls of steel. There's a misconception that the show was cancelled due to poor ratings. This is not so, as it was performing well. The real reason was that CBS had decided that it didn't want to be known as the superhero network, having also shown the Hulk and Wonder Woman shows at the same time.
Yeah, right, okay.
I can understand that.
What channel was Batman on then?
Oh, it was Batman NBC, I think, maybe.
Yeah, right. Okay.
My spider sense is tingling, James. Although, honestly, it might be just a headache.
Yeah. Well, last night was pretty rough.
Were you there? I don't know. And on that note, let's hear a trailer.
The world's favorite comic book hero, followed by 84 million readers a year. Now, he comes alive. For the first time on the screen, you'll see it all. The spectacular adventures of the amazing Spider-Man.
He can do the things a spider does, climb walls and spin webs, and he's very, very strong.
You've heard about him. You've read about him. Now, you'll see him in action.
Kill him.
No challenge is too great. No enemy is too strong. The most popular, most daring, most exciting superhero in the entire world. At last, he comes alive for his most incredible adventure. Now, Spider-Man takes on a madman who's turning the streets into a siege of terror. More and more people are being mysteriously hypnotized into threatening the entire city and destroying themselves. Look up high as one man does the impossible. He uses all his fantastic spider powers to battle the most evil forces ever imagined. Astounding live-action excitement. The super adventure of everybody's favorite superhero. Spider-Man. Now, he lives.
So, forget the MCU, forget the multiverse. This is 1977, baby, and don't we know it?
Yep.
Funky Spider-Man.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention that to coincide with this American release of Spider-Man, at the same time, we also had over in Japan Spider-Man as Japanese Spider-Man.
Now, I've only seen bits and pieces of that, and that looks bonkers.
I've watched all of it.
Have you?
Yeah, it's all on YouTube. You can watch every episode. It's great.
Would you say you prefer that over this?
No.
Don't.
No, I won't take
Let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait till the end. We'll talk about it.
Let's just say it's basically Power Rangers, but with Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, I can get that. Most of those things are just Power Rangers, aren't they?
He has a flying car and a giant like Megazord type thing called Leopardon. He's also in the Spider-Verse comic. Briefly.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, in the actual Spider-Man comic, Spider-Man had a dune buggy at one point that was
the Spider-Mobile.
Yeah, and it was made by Johnny Storm.
Yeah. He also, not the comic version, the Japanese Spider-Man also uses a gun at one point.
Why not? Why not?
Although it doesn't actually hit anyone.
Anyway, back to 1977 Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And we get some opening credits. Can you imagine a superhero movie showing you the suit in the opening credits today? They'd make you wait for that, wouldn't
Oh,
they?
yeah, definitely.
But we see shots of him crawling around on a building.
Although, to be fair, they are distance shots.
Yeah, but
you can only see his back, which, I mean, is good enough.
Yeah, yeah. I love the fact that the director of this movie, his name is E.W. Schwackhammer. That's a name. That's a superhero right there.
Yeah.
Schwackhammer.
That's either a superhero name or he's in the wrong business.
What business would you say? The pornographic business. I think is what you're thinking. How do you know about that? We open with various people being mind controlled to commit crimes, just walking out of their jobs. That's a great excuse, right?
Yeah.
Why'd you leave work after only 1 hour? Mind control, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing I can do about it, you know. It's one of them things, you know.
Yeah.
The mind control device sounds like a phone left off the hook. That's old tech, James. You don't understand that, do you?
I'm not stupid. I've seen things where phones have been left off a hook.
I've seen a phone.
I've seen things.
I've seen things you
people wouldn't believe.
Jinx. Yeah. So we see two mind control people robbing a bank to some very, very funky vibes.
I was going to say, this gives me sort of like Spider-Man in Dirty Harry vibes.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a... I was freestyling.
That was a great
recreation
there.
This is already the coolest thing you've ever seen, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man's not even been in it yet.
I mean, just for the fact of all those 1970s cars driving around, and they all look like Sam Raimi's car as well, don't they? So they crash into an alley and die. Like that, yeah. Well, they do, don't they? Do you want me to preamble it a bit more?
Nah. Right.
And two shady characters take the money and some lapel pins off the bodies. We meet Peter Parker. He's being chewed out by J. Jonah. Don't look at me like that. His pictures just aren't up to snuff.
I hope not.
So let's get into it. What about Nick Hammond's Peter Parker? He's got to be an influence on the 90s cartoon, right?
Definitely. I mean, the 90s cartoon has the exact same face and hair as Nicholas Hammond.
And even the same sort of clothes.
Yeah.
Wears
He
a lot of
always
sweaters.
either sweaters or polo shirts in the 90s cartoon. But I also feel like Nicholas Hammond himself kind of reflects how John Romita Sr. used to draw him in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. And he's good in it. He's good in the role. I really like Nicholas Hammond as Peter Parker. I would prefer to watch Nicholas Hammond as Peter Parker than Tobey Maguire. Hot take there. I know, but...
Yeah, to be fair, I mean,
Tobey Maguire's a bit of a douchebag. So I've heard, allegedly. You know, I don't want to get
he's
sued.
also
you know.
a bit of a crybaby in those films.
I think the word is twat. Yeah?
Only in the third one.
You say that, but you know. So the mayor gets an extortion note. Someone wants a payoff, or he'll make more people commit crimes and then suicide. Is this other guy in the newsroom supposed to be Robbie Robertson?
I think so. Because they call him Robbie throughout the entire episode.
You know, you never see him again, right? You only see him in
Yeah,
the
you told me.
He's gone by the time the
Yeah.
series comes along. Replaced by a lady.
Yeah.
Later, Peter is in a lab, and this lab is plastered with warning signs everywhere.
Yeah.
Radioactive, warning. Do you think it's dangerous?
Nah.
Nah.
It's alright.
Peter gets a delivery from a very nervous delivery man.
Yeah, I never understood why he's so... What, because he's in a science room?
I think so. It's science, mate.
Yeah.
It's like witchcraft, that
Conspiracy,
stuff. Isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah. Pete has no money on him, as usual, because he's Peter Parker.
Yep.
And he can't pay for his merchandise that's come. Now, this is classic Peter Parker stuff, right? He's always struggling for money.
Peter never has any money.
Mm-hmm. The delivery man's scared off by a very slow-moving robotic arm, by the way. I mean, this shot goes on for ages. It's almost comedic in a way. It goes,
It's all in silence as well.
Yeah.
The look on the guy's face as he's doing it. He's just like, look, it's coming to get you.
It's very strange. We see a house spider lower itself. Anyway, it's a house spider, isn't it? Lower itself into the radioactive cabinet, and it gets lit up by disco lights.
Yeah.
It's going honk honk. Well, it's not honk honk. But,
Plus, disco lights was very common in the 70s.
Yeah. It was glowing so much that it must have had its ready brek, right? That's a reference to an old advert for Ready Brek, James, that you've probably never seen, right?
No.
So basically, welcome to the Ready Brek podcast. So when kids used to eat the Ready Brek in these adverts, they would walk out and glow like they've just walked out of Chernobyl.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what they're saying is don't eat.
No, they're saying eat it. Gives you power.
I always feel quite sick after eating.
Yeah, so do I. It's a bit slop, isn't it?
Yeah. Prison food.
Prison food. I'll never look at it the same way again. Peter's got allergies, and he sneezes into his own hand and then grabs a tissue afterwards. I mean, he's got that the wrong way around, right?
It's not a snotty sneeze. It's more of just a allergy sneeze.
Is that right?
Well, yeah, because I mean, if he's got allergies,
We're going to do a deep dive into sneezing now. This is what you're bringing to the show.
This is 3 different podcasts in one. This.
Yeah. Welcome to Sneezes, the podcast.
Yeah.
But the spider is loose, and damn, it bites Peter on the hand.
What a surprise, eh?
Well, he does act surprised.
Yeah.
We see more mind-controlled crime going on, another robbery. Peter leaves the university, but something's wrong. It's either his spider sense is telling him that he's about to be run over by a car, or he's having a stroke. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
But no, he's in danger. But what does he do as this car comes towards him? He climbs a wall to escape.
I did like this scene very much, because it's a nice little homage to his first climbing scene in the original issue of Amazing Fantasy.
Is that right?
After little deep dive here, in Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man, after he gets his powers, he, for some reason, a car nearly runs him over in an alleyway, and he jumps up on the wall and starts climbing up the wall.
Oh, right.
So
yeah, that's obviously what they're doing then, isn't it?
I mean, obviously, it's a different context. It's just a random guy in the comic, but
he takes this new ability rather well, though, doesn't he? He's not even surprised by it. He kind of goes, "Whoa, that was good, wasn't it?" And he just starts taking pictures of the crash that happens below him.
Yeah, he just waltzes up and just like, "Don't mind me, lads." He doesn't say that, but
I don't think he's even wearing like a press pass or anything, is he?
no, he just goes, "I'm a photographer."
Yeah. And we meet grizzled Captain Barbera, who you might remember as the angry Russian guy in Rocky IV.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even realise until you told me.
This actor's in loads of stuff. Yeah. So the robbery money is gone, by the way, taken by the two shifty men that we saw earlier. By the way, can you imagine a modern superhero movie getting to the powers so quickly? This is 15, 16 minutes into the movie, and he's already climbing walls. He's been bitten by the spider, he's climbing walls.
But to be fair, that could just be because of length. I mean, it is only a 90-minute.
Yeah, but there's plenty of 90-minute movies that still don't get to it as quickly as this.
A good example of a film, I mean, it's not necessarily recent, but a good comic book movie that gets to the powers in like the first 15 minutes is The Crow.
Yeah, because I mean, he's already dead in the first.
He died. Well, he's already dead when the film starts.
Yeah, because you see the death in flashbacks, don't you?
Yeah, and then about 10 minutes in, he comes back to life and becomes the Crow. So.
I always hate it when they do origin movies and they the first hour is getting to you know just wrap. Everyone knows the origin of Spider-Man. You're all right there.
Yeah, sorry, shot a bit of a cough.
Got an allergy? I'll give you a tissue, but I haven't got any. Just sneeze into your hand, mate.
Be right.
Peter goes home and he's dreaming of spiders, and we get a montage of things that we saw 5 minutes ago.
Yep, of course.
Yep.
Hey, maybe it's matey from Rocky rubbing off on it.
I hope he's not. So he decides to test his new abilities by climbing out the window.
Yeah.
And we get some great chroma key photography here, don't we? You were impressed by this, weren't you?
Oh, this is great, man. Nice little outline around him as he moves across the still image.
The bit that amused me is when he climbs up the wall to the house, and then there's an overhanging bit where the roof is.
Yeah.
And all of it's just flat. And he just... Because he's just climbing on the floor, isn't he? You know? He's ecstatic about these new developments, so much so that he runs out to find the nearest alley that he can climb up.
Yeah.
Now, this effect is great. This is practical effects.
Oh, this is the best.
Yeah. You can't see the ropes. He's obviously on a harness being dragged up this wall.
Yeah.
But it looks great.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know there were ropes on the up on the wall.
You thought it was really Spider-Man climbing up the
I
wall?
meant...
It's done its job then, it does.
As in, like, I knew he was attached to something, but I didn't realise it was attached to the top of the building rather than...
That must be the only way they could do it,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I always thought he had some kind of thing on the front so you couldn't see it.
What attached to it? It'd still be attached to a harness, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
But just well hid.
Either way, some of the shots later in the film when he's on the top of these big buildings, it's mind-boggling that they got away with this stuff. So he scares the crap out of a mugger that he sees accosting a lady below. He takes a few pics, but he still can't sell them, even of the dead guy.
Yeah.
J. Jonah just wants a pic of this new Spider-Man guy that people have seen because people witnessed him climbing up and down the wall, but then he ran away.
Peter tells him this whole story, doesn't he, about how he saw Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But if he went and saw the actual people that also saw Spider-Man, the way Peter describes him is very different to what everyone else saw.
Well, he's already thinking 2 steps ahead, you know. He's thinking about the suit and everything and all that kind of thing. And Peter plays up to it, and this is where we get a little homage to the 60s cartoon because he quotes some of the lines from the old theme tune to that.
Yeah.
Pete hands himself into oblivion here, having to think on his feet as Robbie and J. Jonah question him. So he just keeps adding more and more lore to this Spider-Man character. You'd be thinking, how do you know so much about him?
Yeah, after one sighting.
Yeah. I've known him for years, mate. He's down the local every night, yeah. So we meet Aunt May, Mark 1. Again, she's recasting the show.
Oh, right, okay.
No sign or mention of Uncle Ben, as we said. No Uncle Ben at all. But Pete is busy. Don't come in here! The classic teen refrain, eh, James?
I'll have to plead the Fifth Amendment on that one.
Hey! But it turns out that Pete, has been putting those needlework skills to good use. He's made himself a suit.
Yeah. No, we have no prior knowledge to the fact that Peter can sew.
No. So, we see the costume for the first time when Pete puts it on and stands in front of a mirror and has a look at himself and goes, God damn it, I'm some sexy Spider-Man. And
I don't think he says that.
he does. And
What film are you watching?
so let's talk about the costume. What do you think?
This is probably one of my favourite live-action Spider-Man suits.
Really? Why is that?
It's
because the modern
just-
ones are really sleek.
Yeah, but there's kind of a charm behind the homemade look behind Spider-Man, because that's how he makes his costume. It's not like Tobey Maguire's version or Tom Holland's version where he kind of just thinks up this suit and then all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah.
Or Tom Holland one originally just got Tony Stark to make it for him.
That's true.
I guess the only person that we really see making costume is Andrew Garfield in the first one.
And that goes from being really, really rubbish to suddenly looking great.
Oh, yeah, in the second one.
In a montage, doesn't it? I think I'd agree with you. I mean, I'm biased in a way because this was obviously my first live-action Spider-Man, so it's kind of special to me. But I look at this and I just see Spider-Man from the comics.
Yeah, exactly. This is, I mean, minus the round eyes, but that doesn't take away from
it's
it
just
for
an
me.
interpretation, isn't it? And those eyes change as the series goes on as well.
He gets like weird drain cover.
Yeah, he does, yes.
But yeah, no, this is literally just Spider-Man ripped off of the comic page. It's
Yeah.
even down to the logos and everything.
Yeah.
His center spider logo is literally just John Romita Sr.'s art put on a costume.
Yeah, and the one on his back as well.
And the one on his back, yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think he's great.
I think, because obviously, I know later on in the series he gets his utility belt and his gauntlet.
Well, he's
Web
got
shoot, I think.
By the end of this movie, he's wearing his utility belt for some reason.
But I don't really feel like he needed that.
No, I know.
It would have looked much better if he just kept it as he did originally.
You just accept it, don't you? Or you do the conceit that he's got it under his costume, even though he wouldn't be able to.
He could, because I mean, in this scene we see him take it off, but he takes it off like a one-piece costume. You know, later on in the series, you could evolve it so that it's a two-piece.
Yeah.
That it's a shirt, trousers, and then he can just lift up the shirt.
I feel like in the 70s as well, people would have just accepted it.
Yeah.
Particularly, I don't think people were as nitpicky back then as what they are now.
I made this argument when we watched it. People are always worried about making comic book things silly, and they always want to make it serious, so they change the costume in a way. With Spider-Man, there's no real way you could make his costume look silly, because any iteration of Spider-Man, that's just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's not like Batman or Superman, where someone might conceive the trunks on the outside as looking silly.
Not us.
Not us, obviously.
No.
We're comic purists.
Yep.
But yeah, I think you make a Spider-Man costume that looks like the comic. That's just Spider-Man.
I think what you're trying to say is don't try and reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Just take what's on the page and put it out there, because it looks good either way.
That's why a lot of problems I have with the modern the ones that Tom Holland is going to wear in this new Spider-Man film that's coming out, is probably the next best thing. Because that is also just, with a few minor changes with the logos, but that is another iteration of Spider-Man leaping off the page. But even his previous costumes, like the one he has in Homecoming and Far From Home, there's no real need for all that extra stuff on it.
Yeah, and I don't like the nanite helmet things that they have in these modern shows.
That's just so you can take it off quicker,
yeah,
isn't
I
it?
know. I don't like that. No. But yeah, I'd agree. I think this looks great.
Yeah, no, this is great.
So Pete goes out and he takes some sexy Spider-Man shots of himself. J. Jonah compares it, however, to underwear, and he calls him a freak. He's not impressed.
Never is.
And there's been another robbery and a death, and Pete is the only photographer available. That's convenient, isn't it?
Yeah.
Barbera is a bit suspicious about Peter always appearing at crime scenes.
Yeah. At least someone's onto him.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just like, just let Parker go down there. It's all right.
There seems to be only one police officer in the entire city of New York as well. Have you noticed that? The robber, however, is still alive and he's trapped in the car. But Pete uses his super strength to free him. And I like that this is just something that he does. There's no big deal about it. He just pulls the wheel apart and so that the guy can get out when no one's looking.
Yeah.
With the classic 70s super strength
Yeah.
sound effect.
That's like $6 million man
Yeah,
stuff, isn't it?
yeah. I think they use that in the Hulk as well, don't they? Sometimes.
No, that's usually just a bending noise.
Or is it more of a?
Yeah.
Hey, the noise podcast. Come on, can you make a fun noise, Jay?
I'm not
You like
making
that?
a fun noise.
What? I thought it was good. Anyway, unfortunately, Pete drops his camera and it smashes on the floor.
Yep.
So that's a bad luck for him, isn't it?
Yeah, at least let's hope no one looks at the reel of film that's in the camera.
Judy turns up, and Judy is the daughter of the guy in the car, the robber. And Pete wastes no time on, and he's hitting on her like nobody's business.
Peter always goes for the redheads.
He does. We meet, finally, our master villain. Is it Doc Ock? Is it Green Goblin? No, it's a fat guy in a suit.
Kingpin.
I said to you, they should have been Kingpin.
Yeah.
They should have used Kingpin for this.
Kingpin.
Kingpin. Kingpin. Kingpin. Oh, wow.
Where's he from?
I'm not saying. A villain reactivates the robber in the hospital, and he forces him to climb out of the building, and he's going to kill himself. The computer screen flashes "destroy," just in case we weren't sure as to what he was going to do. Outside, Judy and Pete see what's happening, but luckily, Pete's brought his spider suit along with him. Do you think he's wearing it under his clothes, just in case?
Well, that's what Peter normally does.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep you warm as well, wouldn't it?
yeah, I suppose.
And he climbs up the building and he saves him. Again, more practical stunt work, and he's really good.
I really like the POV shots that they do in between of him when he's crawling up walls
Yeah, he's basically just a stuntman
with a camera on his
with a
head.
camera on his head climbing up the wall.
Yeah.
In classic superhero style, Pete turns back up after it's all over. That reminded me of Superman 2.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, that Judy's not even suspicious.
She's not. She goes, "Oh, you just missed it." And he's like, "What? Really? Oh, damn."
Yeah, I was just going to take pictures.
Yeah. Later, J. Jonah's still angry at Pete when Judy turns up and he leans on her for money. Now, that's classy. That's classy. You're not above that, are you?
We'd never lean on someone for money.
That's all I'll say about that. I'm loving Nicholas Hammond's sweaters, by the way. He's got a fine collection
He's
of
got
sweaters.
a new one. So he's got enough money to pay for all these sweaters, but he can't.
Maybe his Aunt May knits them for him.
Maybe homemade sweaters.
Homemade sweaters, always a sign of class. They're always sexy, those homemade sweaters. Judy asks Pete to check out our villain. He's named Byron, and he runs an improve yourself with psychology kind of think tank, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Judy's dad remembers nothing, even though Bubba is sceptical. But Pete and Judy attend one of Byron's seminars, and he just spends the time roasting his audience, apparently.
Yeah, he's very straight to the point in this.
You're ugly, you're a moron, you're never going to amount to anything, you get out. You just get out. You're wasting my time, there's nothing can help you, mate. Get out. I'm paid for this, it's cost me $200.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a sucker born every minute. But Byron kicks Pete and Judy out before the mind control starts. So is Judy, do you think she's an MJ substitute?
Down to the fact that, she's got red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Peter instantly tries going for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why they didn't use MJ in the first place.
They don't use hardly any characters from the comics at all, apart from J. Jonah Jameson and Aunt May, Spider-Man and Robbie in this.
Well, you told me that Judy's not even in it after this.
I don't think she comes back, no. I may be wrong, but I don't remember it. Judy thinks that Byron's shtick might be useful, and she decides to stay. Mm-hmm. And Peter's got the classic Parker charm with the ladies, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't really work, does it?
Nerdy charm.
Mm-hmm. Pete, however, goes back, and he makes his just the one, mind you, web shooter. He looks good. Maybe not the thick rope that shoots out of it later, though, but...
I always wondered why they only gave him one. I guess maybe budget.
Budget couldn't stretch to two, mate.
Yeah.
How much do you think that Spider-Man suit cost? So he goes to test it by having a bit of a low swing on a tree.
Yeah.
It's not quite as impressive as Tobey Maguire slamming into the side of a building, is it? But,
Could you imagine, he swings off this tree. He's like, oh, this is great, this will hold me. Goes and swings off the building, it just snaps.
The end. I was thinking about him swinging on this tree, and he looks like a little kid swinging on it, but he's a grown man. And imagine anyone walking past. Go, oh, it's such a shame, isn't it? You only had a girlfriend, you know.
Aunt May comes out. It's like, what are you doing?
Get the net. Pete detects a signal, which coincides with Byron's mind control device. And he rushes off to investigate as Spider-Man. So we get a mix of practical effects and more chroma key stuff.
Yep.
But this looked great, and it still does now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I haven't got a problem with any of it. Even the chroma key stuff kind of has a charm to it, I think. You know, I mean, how else are you going to do it, really? And as you said before, the POV stuff is fantastic. I like how he's constantly sneezing inside his mask as well.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the state of that mask when he takes it off? Ooh. It's all up his face.
Give it a thorough clean up.
Yeah. Ugh. Aunt May's like, what have you been doing in this mask? Don't ask. Don't ask, Aunt May.
Why would she know? Why would she see the mask?
Well, maybe he puts it in the wash. He's a teenager. He's not going to do his own washing. Believe me, I know.
Aunt May's like, this is a great cosplay you've made of this Spider-Man guy. It's like
Yeah.
the real deal.
That's exactly what it is, Aunt. No, wash it!
He doesn't hold her at gunpoint.
He sneezes and he drops this little detector device that he's made. Now, this is classic comic book stuff. You can imagine him doing this in the comics,
Yeah.
can't you? And the only thing that would make it better is after he dropped it, he went, oh, bugger.
He's not from Wigan.
Thick northern accent. Oh, bloody hell. I dropped me little doodah.
This little dude.
His little doodah. I also like the shots where he's crawling. He's literally crawling on a set that they built on the floor, but it feels real.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that this is still how they do it now sometimes.
Probably.
Spidey goes into the building and he has a great ninja fight with these three guys.
I like how instantly he runs away. Because, I mean, you know...
He's not a fighter, is he?
No.
He doesn't, you know, and he's still getting used to his powers.
Yeah, all he's done so far is climb up walls and save people.
He does do a great move, though, where he does that little handstand and kick, which I've seen in those computer games that you play. He does the exact same move.
It's a more acrobatic version in the games, but...
Because there's no actual physics in a game.
But it's similar to that, yeah.
Were these guys just waiting there? They're just behind curtains waiting for Spider-Man to turn up. How long were they there for?
Maybe they're just security guards.
That just stand there holding big sticks?
Yeah.
That's an easy job.
Maybe they got cameras and Byron sent them out.
Possibly. I also get the impression later that they're mind controlled as well. Because when he goes back at the end of the movie...
Yeah, he takes a photo of...
Yeah, they're all friends, aren't they? It's also some great 70s sound effects as well here. The punching noises and the kicking noises. They're straight out of Kung Fu movies.
There's also a bit of sped up footage in this as well.
We get some more great wall crawling effects here. There's one shot in particular where he just leaps onto a wall in one shot and kicks a guy.
Yeah.
And for the life of me, I can't work out how they did that. Because it's real. He's standing on the floor and then he jumps onto a wall and kicks someone.
Maybe there's just a very...
He's obviously on wires. He's obviously, but it's great work.
Oh yeah.
And then he turns around as well and stands upside down. Yeah. And he shoots his webs all over him.
Hey.
Needs must, eh? Yeah. And he waves a little goodbye as he swings away. Well, from one building to the other building, but still, it works.
Yeah, it reminds me of that fan film that I showed you.
Oh, the one where the guy literally almost killed himself.
Yeah.
It is a bit like that.
Just tie off a rope at the top, climb down a few flights, and then just jump.
I wonder whether the guy in this was on a wire or whether he just did it. Part of me thinks it's the 70s and he probably just did it.
Probably.
There's no health and safety back in them days.
Yeah.
Byron's not happy about all these shenanigans, these Spidey shenanigans. Can't say that. We get some more robberies, but Barbera, he's stumped. He don't know what's going on here.
Nope.
And for a while, he's starting to wonder if Spider-Man's involved as well.
Yeah. I think I said it to you when we watched this. This Barbera guy feels more like J. Jonah Jameson than J. Jonah Jameson does.
Yeah, it's that thing, isn't it, where they've split the character down the middle and made two characters out of one.
Because the actual J. Jonah Jameson doesn't have quite the energy that actual J. Jonah Jameson does.
And the guy in the show he's got less energy than this guy, I think. But I think it's that thing of it's a 70s show, so you've got to have a cop in it somewhere.
Yeah.
Or some kind of authority figure. I guess the character in the Hulk series would be the reporter that's following him everywhere. You know, every show like that, one of these shows had somebody like that in it.
The guy in the Incredible Hulk just stumbles in somehow.
At the end,
Yeah. He's just like, oh yeah, I've been tracing this Banner guy. Oh, is it all done?
Oh, till next time, eh?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Judy has gone missing. Peter breaks into Byron's lair and he confronts Byron and says that he'd like to take his program. And then he gets a pinhole of his own.
Mm.
And look at all those 70s computers, Jay. I mean, have you seen anything as beautiful as those 70s computers with lots of flashing lights and spinning things and
Like the Enterprise.
doodads? Yeah, it's like the
Doodads.
Enterprise. Yeah, more doodads. Yeah.
Is that their official name? Doodars.
70s doodads, the best.
To be fair, Spidey would probably call them Doodars. Pretty sure he has called something a doohickey before.
Oh yeah, doohickey's a word, yeah. So Byron tries his mind control on Pete, and it seems to be working.
Mm.
He tells him that he's going to jump from the top of the Empire State Building. So later, Pete's having dinner, and he gets a Spidey hunch that something's wrong, and I don't mean he gets like a weird protrusion on his back. Oh, my Spidey hunch is playing up.
Yeah. Do you think this is like early sightings of his spider sense?
Well, we've had it a couple of times in the movie already, haven't we? Where it does that weird sort of like
Yeah.
more noises, and the screen sort of like flashes around him and stuff. He's having ninja flashbacks, haven't we all? He costumes up and he goes back to Byron's. Mm-hmm. We get more ninja action.
Yep.
Lots of ninjas, and he tries to swing between the same buildings again.
In the exact same way.
Yep, but the ninjas, they've got flamethrowers. They're ready for him this time.
Yeah.
And they sever his rope, because it's rope.
Yep.
I mean web, but it's rope. And he falls, but he manages to break his fall, and he has to limp away, hurt.
Yeah. And for some reason, he makes no noise when he's falling. Like, surely an average person would be like, ah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And you want to be an actor. Ah, I'm falling. Oh no.
You know what I mean. At least some kind of like.
Oh Jesus Christ! Like that. Well, that's what I'd do if I was falling to my death.
But you know,
I'd suddenly become
you wouldn't
very
just-
religious.
You wouldn't just fall in silence, would you?
Depends how tough you are. Chuck Norris would have done.
Yeah, but he's never fallen before.
Chuck Norris would have landed on his feet and walked away.
Yeah, well,
Rest in peace, Chuck.
Yeah, Spider-Man's your best mates.
Well, we were. Not anymore. He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah. All right, Chuck. How you been, lad?
All right, Rod. Very strange. So Spidey tries to get a taxi, but the guy's having none of it and drives away. Again, great comic book.
This is the first time he's actually spoken in the Spider-Man
mask.
costume.
So he has to hitch a ride in the garbage truck. This could be straight out of comics, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he has done this before.
Possibly.
Some issue.
So we get a news report stating that the Mer still hasn't paid the $50 million ransom. And Robbie says that the Mer can't even pay the garbage men. Now, this was a very current thing at the time because I don't know if you know anything about 1970s New York, but it was a bit of a hellhole at the time. It was almost bankrupt. And there was no help from the wider government. And the garbage was piling up in the streets, and it was just terrible. It had really high crime rates. So this was a kind of a little comment to what's actually going on in the world outside, this little line. So finally it's Endgame time, and I'm not talking Marvel's Endgame. I mean it's Endgame.
You imagine if Nicholas Hammond showed up in that.
It would be great. I'm really disappointed that they haven't stuck him in something at some point.
Old man Spidey.
Just give him a little role. Yeah.
Maybe he'll be in like Secret Wars.
I hope so.
You know what they could do, just to keep his age in this.
Have him just in the suit.
No, have him in the next Spider-Verse film.
Yeah.
Have a little cameo of. I mean, he doesn't sound too different. Just have him in the costume.
Yeah, we watched an interview of him, didn't we, earlier? And he's
yeah.
It took me a while to look, when I was looking at the guy to see young Nicholas Hammond in the guy, but
he's got a tash now. And
yeah, but the voice is still there.
Yeah,
it hasn't changed. So Peter is wounded, and his arm's in a sling. Although it doesn't seem to bother him as he calls Barbara to tell him that he's figured everything out. Suddenly,
somehow.
Yep, just woke up, figured it out. Like that. Unfortunately, the mind control starts to kick in, and Judy heads down to the subway to kill herself. As we see others standing on building ledges or bridges, and they're going to fling themselves off because he said if the ransom isn't paid, all these people are going to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Pete stands on the edge of the Empire State Building, contemplating his doom.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Barbera, he skanks up Byron's henchman, and Pete starts to climb over the edge of the building. But wouldn't you know it, he knocks off his pin.
Somehow. Well, it's very convenient, isn't it?
It is very convenient, yes. But, I'll take it, And then he's Spider-Man again. No, with added utility belt for some reason. Don't know where that came
He
from.
just thought, you know what? Just stick it on.
I need an accessory. I need to accessorize. It's
Yeah.
not quite right, is it? I need a belt.
Well,
of
it
some
was
kind.
right. It was perfect.
Yep. That's your opinion. You need to preface these bold statements that you make, James, with, in my opinion, blah, 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 blah.
So you're saying it's not perfect?
I'm saying that you just, you don't want to be called out as being an opinionated tosspot, do you?
It's a bit harsh.
You don't know how much I tone that down, mate. All right. He pulls down some tech with one of his webs, which reverses the mind control process, saves everyone, but somehow mind warps Byron in the process. Not sure how that worked.
Maybe it reversed it on him.
Yeah, it reminded me of that episode of Classic Trek. The one with the device where it can mind control people.
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy that I think it's called Dagger of the Mind,
Yes.
ends up in the chair and then it wipes his mind at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, reminded me of that.
remember William Shatner's great acting in that.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
I'm saying he's great acting
All
when
right.
he's in the chair.
You better be serious.
Whoa, what happened to, in my opinion?
Do as I say, not as I do. All right? Respect your elders. Spidey tells Byron to hand himself in, which he does.
Mhm.
Can you imagine a superhero movie ending without a big fight or a sky beam or something these days?
Yeah.
Ending like this.
It wouldn't happen.
Just he reverses the mind control, captures the guy,
That's it.
and that's it. Yeah, no big fight, no punch up, nothing like that. And we finish with a fun little scene that sets up the rest of the series.
Mhm.
And that is the end of the Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
Cue the song.
We finally reached the end. Was the film a blessing or a curse? A decision has to be made, cause Jay's tired of being Paul's nurse. A hit or a miss. 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 Did they laugh? Did they cry? It's time for their final review. Does Jay enjoy being there, or is he a hostage in need of rescue? A hit or a miss. 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 Should the film be set free or caught in a trap? Let's find out and listen to James and Paul talk crap. A hit or a miss. A hit or a miss. A hit or a miss.
So, James, what did you think of Spider-Man from 1977?
Going into it, I thought I didn't think much of this show because I'd seen little bits of it and stuff, and I thought it was just another, campy
Mm-hmm.
70s superhero cartoon TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But actually sitting down and watching it, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought.
I thought you were going to say I hated it even more.
No, I didn't hate this at all, actually.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it isn't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things in it that, could be a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it was the 70s.
Hmm.
And stuff was, a lot of the effects could only go that far.
Yeah, I mean, they were limited at the time as to what they
Yeah.
could and couldn't do. You're never going to have him swinging through the streets like
No.
you have now.
And, I mean, a lot of the characters in it probably could be included.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's a different take on it. And
Mhm.
That's fine. But, no, I think, Nicholas Hammond as Peter Parker and Spider-Man is a great casting.
I think he's the glue that holds it together.
Yeah.
I think.
He is pretty much most of the essence of this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if it wasn't him, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean the suit is perfect. Although I feel there's a lot of because I mean comic book Spider-Man, his whole thing is that he cracks jokes a lot when he's in costume and he quips all the time and makes fun of his enemies and stuff. But in this, he never speaks when he's fighting.
Yeah, there's not a lot of quippage going on, is there?
And, there are a lot of scenes in this where he could have, like, a quip. Mm-hmm. Especially in the first web swinging scene, when he gives them a little wave before he jumps off the...
I felt the same. That was Spider-Man.
That was Spider-Man, yeah. I don't know, maybe they just thought quipping was a bit too Adam West Batman.
Yeah, I think they were very concerned with it becoming too much like a jokey parody type thing.
Yeah. And the music, obviously.
Oh, you can't get it.
Funky 70s Spider-Man.
I don't think that theme tune is used in the series. I think they do something else.
A lot of this is only used in the...
Yeah, I know, it's very... I may be wrong, but I'm sure it's a different theme tune for the show.
Yeah.
But this is the music that I always think of when I hear... When I think of 70s Spider-Man, I hear the music from this movie.
Yeah.
I think because I saw it so much, which I'll talk about in a minute.
But no, this pilot has actually made me want to watch a bit more of it now.
You might regret that, but... there's some good ones. There's some good episodes.
Yeah. And I always kind of hold this in headcanon as being in a shared universe with the Incredible Hulk show.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it fits in perfectly. I mean, it doesn't trample on anything.
Well, we talked about it when we did one of the Hulk TV movies from the 80s, didn't we? That they were talking about doing another movie with the pair of them together.
Yeah, and Nicholas Hammond was going to wear the black suit.
Yeah, and he really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It's a shame we never got that, I think. But
if only someone could write it.
Get on it, then. So is this a hit for you, then?
This is a hit for me.
Wow, okay. So it might surprise you to know that I think that this show was my introduction to Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, even before I ever picked up a single issue of the comic, I think I saw this first.
Although, to be fair, I think my first introduction to Spider-Man was the Amazing Friends cartoon from the 80s. Yeah,
I remember you used to watch that one or two particular episodes over and over again. The Green Goblin ones. So I saw this first. I think it's a mixture of maybe this and the old 60s cartoon in reruns.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had never picked up a Spider-Man comic until I saw this. So it does hold a special place for me. And this pilot movie stands up there with the pilot movie for The Incredible Hulk, as far as I'm concerned. I think they're both equally as good as each other. I remember I must have been about 6 when this came out, because I remember it being recorded off TV, and I wore that tape out. I watched this movie so many times, which is why I know it so well, I think.
Yeah.
Sure, you can say it's slow by today's standards. There's no big set-piece moment, no CGI, no sky beams. There's none of that kind of stuff that you associate with a modern superhero movie. But for me, that all just adds to its charm, I think.
Yeah.
Does it all work? Like you said, no, it doesn't. But Nicholas Hammond's great as Peter Parker. He said he is the thing that holds it all together.
Yeah.
The suit looks good. No problem with the suit at all.
No.
And yeah, there's enough here to fill the heart of any true Spider-Man fan, I think. I think if you call yourself a Spider-Man fan and you don't find something in this that you can enjoy, you're not really living up to being a Spider-Man fan. I love this. It's a hit all the way for me. Always has been, always will be. And it was a great... I don't know that I need an excuse to watch it again, but it was nice to watch it and watch it with you and get your take on it.
As an avid Spider-Man fan.
We're both comic book people, but you are particularly a big Spider-Man guy.
Yeah, Spider-Man is my favourite Marvel character.
Yeah. It was interesting to hear your side of it and where you landed. And you landed in the right way, and I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was raised right.
You were raised right. I raised him right. I raised him right. So that is it for this episode of Retrospection. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed it, then maybe consider joining our Patreon, where you can get access to bonus material and special episodes. And we've just put out an episode of a little series that we do on Patreon called Show Me a Classic.
You almost forgot the name then.
I did nearly forget the name. And I think the last episode we did was Zulu, wasn't it?
No.
What was it?
Space.
Oh, yeah, 2001. Yeah. So go and check that one out. And basically it is me showing James a classic movie and then getting your take on it.
Yeah.
And there's other stuff on there where me and Colin talk about modern stuff that we've watched or old stuff that we're catching up with. So yeah, please check that out if you want to. But honestly, your support in any way really, really means a lot to us. So thank you for that. And until next time, it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.